Good morning, welcome back to another hike. Today I'm checking out this trail in Dousman, Wisconsin. It is called Scuppernong something or another park or trailhead. Scuppernong. I will put it up on the screen so you can read what it is. And honestly, it's quite stunning. Quite the rolling hills as well. We are on the Orange Trail right now. I believe this is a 4.1 mile loop. I will also put on the screen what it actually is so you guys know. It's very clearly indicated it's orange. I want to say this is also a part of the Ice Age Trail. And it definitely looks like glaciers could have been here with all the dips and valleys. Slightly windy today, but mostly sunny. I think it's about 55 degrees right now. I just took off my extra sweater. Maybe a high of 60 something or another today. Not too high. Wisconsin, you've outdone yourself again. Just past the intersection over there. I think straight was red, orange is this way. So we are going this way. So far this is a really cool park. And it's busy, but I haven't seen any animals yet. So I think it's a pet friendly park, but I could be wrong. I'll try to check that out on my way out. But wow, could you imagine like having like a tent set up over there? Not good in the rainy season. It's so beautiful. I'm very fortunate it's a little cooler out today, so it's not so buggy. It's a whole lot less windy than my last video hiking in Waukesha at Lappham Peak there. That portion of the Ice Age Trail. This is just amazing though. And I'm gonna be surprised if we don't see any deer today, because I'd assume they're here. I love the purple flowers. This is quite the steep hill. So I believe these trails are one way. So like you have to go this direction, which thank goodness, because this would not be a fun one to have to climb up. But guess what? We have to climb up there anyway. Honestly, I do enjoy some hard hills. I think this is a pretty moderate rated hike. I would say that's probably accurate. So if you have like bad knees or bad hip or feet or anything, I'll go with this. A nice bench for after that long hike up. There are a lot of like flat sections, but then there's always like these little hills up. So again, just be aware, be prepared to work. Now I get to go down. Just when I see like trails like that or tracks in the ground that look like it's for cars, I bet you it's for cross-country skiing. But again, going up those hills, I don't know, I've never done it, so I guess it'd be really fun to kind of try. Maybe I'll be strong enough by winter, and maybe we'll get snow like this year. We did not get much snow last year, so I hope we get more. I really love the snow. Like, I gotta do some winter hiking, maybe get some snowshoes for like the 1 or 2 times I can use them probably with how the winters are. But like this would be so pretty all white. I'm assuming that's a mountain bike trail because it's skinny and it's marked yellow. And we're gonna stay on this trail, the orange. We are on this orange loop, so we are right here. I'm not sure which direction we are right now, but we're going around this orange one, all around, and back to wherever our parking lot is. So we'll continue on. Just stopped and had some grapes, looked at the beautiful geraniums, I believe those are. With the pink purple flowers. It's going up. It is very rocky and gravelly, so you do kind of slip a little bit, but overall it's not too bad. We are close to Ottawa Lake, by the way. It's one of my, up there in my favorite spots to paddleboard, because it's a no motor lake. I did just hear some pretty birds. We'll see if they, oh, you hear that? I don't see them, but they are beautiful. This is such a peaceful hike. And again, ever since I made that turn on the intersection, I have not bumped into anyone. So I was thinking that one-way direction, they're probably just referring to like when it's wintertime and you're cross-country skiing. Because if you're kind of coming in hot, you don't want to collide with someone coming the, same direction as you. But I'm assuming for hiking, you can go either direction. But I like the idea of a one-way hike. Like you have to go this direction. Because then you're not going to bump into anyone like coming this way, unless they turn around, which is something people do, because 4 miles could be a lot, especially on a trail like this. I mean, I could probably do more, but I think the most I've been doing is like, 2.5-ish. I don't know how much I did at Lappham Peak, but it's a good place to start 4 miles, because I think that's what Devil's Lake is, like the loop. Granted, that's pretty strenuous in some places. Like you are scrambling down some boulders to get down the path, and so far no scrambling here. I'm hopeful to see another sign because I kind of really want to know like what direction we're going. It is possible I took a picture of the sign back at the parking lot, but I don't know. And honestly, I just want to hike. I don't want to be on my phone, so I will wait. Again, it's just a loop. It does look like we're about to descend here a little bit. Maybe not too bad, just a little. Come back down a little bit. So excited news. Tommy and I decided we are going to drive to and from Colorado because I love road tripping. And if we can get some videos out of it, that'd be pretty cool. So I think we're going to stop in Nebraska. Hopefully we can stop at different places like each way so we can show you something different. I'm sure we'll be pretty pooped because it's like a, I think 9-hour drive like to Nebraska, and then I don't know, it's 16 hours round trip. So then the other way it's probably like over 7 hours. So yeah, but regardless, just book the rental car. I highly recommend booking through Priceline, or at least looking through them. My favorite car company to book through is Enterprise, but when I book through Priceline, it's like half the price, I feel. I booked the rental car for 5 nights, I believe, and it was, again, standard SUV, unlimited miles for $377. You don't have to pay now, you pay when you pick it up. And yeah, that's pretty sweet because our airplane flight tickets, like depending on who we flew with and whatnot, it could have been close to $800 round trip for both of us for like preferred times. So I was like, you know, it's only 15 or 16 hours away. Let's maybe drive. We won't have Moose. My sister-in-law, mom, and sister will be taking turns watching him at our house. But when we don't have Moose, it's a touch less stressful because Moose just wants to be up by us in the front seat, and that's not possible. So it should be really great. Okay, we're continuing to go down. It's starting to get a little cooler. But yeah, this is a great hike to do, like somewhat regularly, to like train ourselves for Colorado. Because I'm sure we'll be probably at least 10,000, if not 11,000 feet hiking. So it's just good to be physical before that. So we'll have to do all the things we love and just keep moving. But yes, I'm very excited to drive because I'm wondering if maybe that'll help us like acclimate to the elevation change. Because again, Denver itself is at 5,000 feet elevation. And I wonder what Nebraska is. I gotta look that up. But I'm sure it'll help us. Okay, let's see. I feel like I'm approaching something. Looks like we're passing a campsite. Not trying to invade people's privacies, but we're approaching another one. Well, that would be helpful if I see another sign and you'll know which direction based off like what number it says we're at. But now I know where that campsite is, unless there's multiple campgrounds, which is highly possible. But see, a campsite like that would be cool. It's more secluded. I love that private campground vibe. Oh, these woods just remind me of up north so much. But yeah, I really got lucky with this hike. I just happened to Google like hikes with loops like near Wales. And this is in Dousman. Like, the trees were all like snow covered. It honestly could have been this path even. Just gorgeous. But we are approaching an intersection. We want to stay on orange, so we are going to go to the left. If you wanted the green path, you go to the right. But we have a sign. Oh yeah. Let's check out the sign. So we are at S4 right now, which is right here. We were at S3. So I'm assuming we maybe started here. Maybe that's where we came in from. It's very possible. So anyways, we're going to go down and around and up and over. And probably back to like S2. I mean, it's possible we started at S1 actually. It looks more like entrance. We'll see. And that's the green. We want orange. That's where we came from. Back in more woodsy territory. There's just like more fuller leaves up there. Ooh, I'll be tripping again. Yeah, I'm approaching an intersection here. Looks like you can go that way. That's the Ice Age trail because it's yellow. We want to continue straight. Again, it's not marked, but I'm assuming like don't veer off the path if it's not telling you to. Here are some May apples. May apple update. I see a few flowers. See that? They're coming. I know. There's a whole bunch of May apples right here though. No fruit yet. Okay, it looks like we're gonna hit another intersection up here. Might take a little water break at this bench, and then we'll see what the situation is. Orange, you want to keep right. So we'll make sure we do that after our little water break. If you're on the red trail, then you're going to want to go left. But again, we're going to keep right. There's actually another sign, so let's check that out first. We are at S12 now, which is right here. So we just did that section. Yeah, continue. And I think that's where it is. Yeah, I would say we're over halfway. It's like the orange and red loop kind of connect here. As you can see, those two arrows. And also around how it's all like just one. Well, at least for a little bit. So anyways, just wanted to let you guys know the red loop is 2.3 miles long. Again, we both are going this direction. Red loop came from there. We came from there. So if that makes sense. Anyway, took a little water break and ate my grapes. We are back on. This is very steep. So it was hard to tell via camera, but it sounds like there's a woodpecker pecking away. It's very sandy. Good thing you're not going like directly uphill. So I just saw a dog. So I'm assuming that dogs are allowed on this trail. Maybe if we did like the red trail, we just could do that one. I feel like 4 miles might be a little too long for my bud. It's a little lumpy and bumpy. Probably arthritic. Again, lots of up and downs on this hike, which is just really good for your heart rate. Get it going. Kind of some HIIT training. These flowers are freaking stunning. Let's go up. Yeah, this camera is not doing it justice. But that shit was steep. Get riding up this rocky hill now. Just had to fly on me. The bugs, they're coming. Darn. I walked past one section and all these like grasshoppers were jumping. It's kind of scary. Again, I might not eat a mini apple, but I would like to cut into one and see. I'm invested now. Another intersection. Let's see. We are here. So we just came from here to here. So we want to continue that way, I believe. So we're going this direction. I did see someone up ahead, so try to control my pace a little bit. These flowers are beautiful. We want to stay on orange. It doesn't even like have mileage, but we're like right here. So just up and around and then we'll jump back on. Let's check it out. Get on this path. I hope we get to see something cool. I have no idea what this is. With it being an observation loop, I'm assuming it's some kind of visual. And that's a cool little feather. There's a little tiny sign that says do not enter that way. So I'm assuming you start the loop this way then. Again, it's really kind of nice they have directionals. Because then you kind of know, it like kind of helps you know like that you're on the right path. It makes more sense. This looks like a little overgrown. I'm sure they mow this, which is kind of wild if they do. Again, probably so fun to take care of a park. The only downside is bees and ticks. And people, I suppose. But the people could be a bright side too. Fun hiking trails have side quests like this where you're not really going to go onto any other trail, just a loop. And you kind of just jump back on the trail you're on. You just make sure you go the right direction. You can kind of make a hike longer if you want. Which today I was very open to my hike being a little bit longer. I'm glad I did it. We'll see if we actually see anything or if it's just a loop. Maybe it's just for like bird watching. We'll see. A butterfly. It's beautiful. There's like a lot of flowering bushes back here. Like with those tiny little flowers. Of course now I see none, but I'm sure the butterflies love that. And well, this might be the observation area. Maybe you hike through here a little bit. I don't know about all this. This is how you get ticks. It's really pretty though. I'm assuming in the winter time you can see a whole lot more. Let me zoom in. Very cool. Okay, I've completed this loop. I just have to follow this trail back. I just like came out of the do not enter because I was going the right direction. So this trail will lead us back to the orange loop and we'll jump back on that and see where we're at. Alright, we're back at this intersection where they have the observation loop. We want to go orange. This section of the trail is very flat, not too hilly at all, or bumpy really. I just actually saw the person in front of me start running, so they must be doing some trail running. I will be walking. Okay, approaching another intersection. Looks like green goes to the right, and then red and orange, we want to keep going straight. Just say it's just really a beautiful day. Temperature is so nice. And it's nice that they have a lot of benches. These again with the incline decline of these trails, like you might need to sit down for a little bit. But this is just awesome. Summertime is right around the corner. There are just so many of these purple flowers. Again, I'm pretty sure they're geraniums. But I love how it just like lines the pathway here. And again, I really wonder, like, because those probably won't stay all summer. If they do, that would be really cool. I wonder what else is like going to bloom throughout the summertime, because there's probably other flowers that come a little later. So I just went past another intersection. I kind of kept to the right. So I think I'm getting close to the start, or at least closer, because I see these pine trees again, which is where I started. There's like these tall pine trees. It smells so good in here. It really smells like pine. When I walked past earlier, it was like a spot where it was really getting hit by the sun, and I just feel like it was heating up the smell. It was so good. It's so pretty. Like, they're not quite that tall to like truly be convinced you're in California. But it's giving me essence. Kind of reminds me of like the UTV trails. Yeah, very cool place. So happy I decided to come here. I was almost going to go back to Lapham Peak, but I was like, again, I should do something different. Like, worst case scenario, it will be just a walk. But this turned into a hike, so I love that for us. Looks like it's part of the green trail. We want to go to the left, stay on the orange, just hit marker S10. So if you have the map handy, you can kind of keep track of where I'm at. So that's 2 down from the last one, but it's kind of confusing because you're zigzagging. Regardless, I think we're still getting closer to the end. I'm looking forward to seeing another sign, so hopefully we do. It looks like we're going to go back into the pine trees again. We kind of looped out of the pine trees for a second. It looks like we're going back into them, which I can already feel like the temperature difference. So I'm trying to stay to the side where it's a little less like rocky. Kind of where the water runs. I just don't want to slip in on any of these rocks and hurt my knee. No, it's like that sandy terrain again. But like not too sandy. Really comfortable stuff to walk on, actually. Oh, this is magical. Like, those trees are beautiful. I love the lighter green on the leaves. Or pine needles. And it's so pretty how the sun just like hits down on the path like that. Just like really peeks through. Well, you guys, I think I'm back at the start, basically. You can see like that building maybe in the distance there. That roof. I believe that's by the parking lot I parked at. I didn't get a chance to film the start because there was a bunch of people there and I was nervous. So, we'll see if I can like film a little bit around the parking lot area so you can see what they have to offer. Either show your selfie skills off. I will not be. We started off here and went down that path. And then we came out here for finishing it. And we started from over here by the bathrooms. What information?